So sorry that's taken me such a while to get set up. I'm coming from out at the transportables, and yesterday I went to print the unit circle booklet and I got 7 copies of it out, and now there's some stapler issue, so Tanya rang the people to come repair it and they can't fix it because they need another part, so it hasn't printed yet for some people. So some people have the booklet, some people have just got the page that we're going to do today. So today we're doing a right-angled trigonometry recap. So I really hope everyone has seen some of these words before: sine, cos, tan. All right, so it should be a recap. If not, it'll be a steep learning curve, but that's okay, we can do it. So right-angled trig recap. So we're going to spend the first lesson doing this. All right, I'll hand back the tests. We'll have a bit of a chat about them. And then we will, you can't keep them yet, by the way, because some people still need to do it. So I'll hand them back for you to have a look at, ask questions, and then I need to hang on to them. Okay? Yeah, go for it, Chris. So we're going to do right-angled trigonometry in lesson 3, and then in lesson 4, when you come back, make sure you bring your laptop. All right? Because we're going to dedicate that lesson to the folio. There's a number of things I'm going to go over, and that'll make it. Yeah, shut the door and you get started. I'll pop in every now and then. Alright, so lesson 3, trig recap, lesson 4, folio. So let's do it. Right-angled trigonometry recap. Okay, so we've got here the definitions of how we label a right-angled triangle. We've got opposite, O is opposite the angle theta. The adjacent means that side that connects theta with the right angle, and the hypotenuse is the longest side. So let's bring up our first example here. I'm not drawing the first triangle. This one. Okay. Now, we've got this angle coloured in, so that's going to be our theta. Theta is a Greek letter, and in mathematics we use it to denote some unknown angle. It's a variable for angle, just how like x is a variable for a number, right? This is a variable for an angle, and here is our right angle. Okay, now I think the easiest side to label is always the adjacent side. The adjacent side is always the side that connects the right angle with theta. Here's the side, here's the right angle, here's theta, so this is the adjacent side. It's next to the right angle and next to theta. That's what adjacent means, next to. Alright, and then the opposite side is the side that is opposite the angle. So if here's the angle that we're provided with, the opposite side is going to be this one. And this is our hypotenuse for 2 reasons. Firstly, it's always the longest side, and secondly, because it's opposite the right angle. Okay, so the opposite side, opposite theta, the hypotenuse, opposite the right angle. Very good. So that's the first one. Okay, let's shred these. So here's the second example. Here's theta. Our adjacent side connects the right angle and theta. Our opposite side is opposite theta. And our hypotenuse is opposite the right angle, the longest side. Alright, this one. A, O, H. And this one. Okay. Any questions about those? Very good. So then I've got written at the bottom there, SOHCAHTOA. So hopefully you can remember that. Sine is O on H, cos is A on H, and tan is O on A. So that's the acronym we use to dictate, to recall what's the trig ratio we're going to use. All right, let's flip the page. We're going to do both unknown sides and unknown numbers. Here's our first example. We've got a triangle here, 24 degrees. Here's the right angle. This is 30, and this is the unknown side, U. Okay, so whenever we're doing right angle trigonometry, we always start by labeling the triangle. All right, so the adjacent side connects the right angle with theta. The opposite is opposite the angle we're given. and the hypotenuse is opposite the right angle. Okay, so perhaps the difference between here and here is we're given a number for the angle. All right, that's fine as well. That's the angle we're given, so this is how we're going to label the triangle. All right, so if we want to solve the unknown side, we're trying to solve this one. We've got u here, and the other piece of information we've got is 30. So we've got to use the information we've got, right? We've got u and 30. We're trying to solve u. So what do they correspond with? That corresponds with A and H. A and H, okay. And we look along. Which trig ratio has A and H? Cos, okay? So the statement we're going to have is cos theta equals A on H. And then I'm just going to substitute in what's my theta, what's my A, what's my H. Okay, theta corresponds with 24. So we have cos 24. A corresponds with u. The adjacent side is equal to the unknown u. And H corresponds with 30. Okay, so just to recap what we do there, we identify we need A and H. We don't have any information over here, so we're not using O. We go, which trig ratio involves A and H? It's cos, so I make the statement about cos theta. We substitute in the information we've got, and now we're going to solve this. We're looking to get u by itself. So I've got u divided by 30 equals cos 24. So the way I solve this equation is multiply both sides by 30, right? Then that's going to cancel. On the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, we've got u by itself, and on the left-hand side, we've got 30 cos 24. We're going to put that in our calculator. We just need to make sure that the calculator is set in degrees. Now the way you check if it's in degrees or not is you press shift and then menu. And then you scroll down, shift menu, scroll down to where it says angle, and make sure it's got the degree setting on. And all I'm going to type into my calculator, 30 cos 24. And so I've got 27.40. Now, I'm going to keep emphasising how we round to three significant figures. We always write the first four numbers, and then we round the last one. Now, 0 does not round up, so this is going to stay as 27.4. So always write the first four numbers you're given with, and then round the last one. Okay, so in this triangle, the length of u is 27.4. We're not given a unit, so we're just going to leave it at some arbitrary length at this stage. Very good. Everyone okay so far? So I'm really not sure how fast or slow to go through it. I'm sorry if I'm boring you, and some people might feel like I'm flying through it. So I'm just going to keep. I'll try and engage and see how we go. Let's have a look at the second one. So I'm going to draw the triangle. Okay, this time we've got an angle here of 27 degrees, and we've got z is our unknown. Here's our right angle. Okay, so our first step is to label the triangle. The other thing I've got here is 52. Label the triangle. All right, so it's the same as this one, right? This is our adjacent side. This is our opposite side. This is our hypotenuse. Okay. Now, if you're finding it easy, feel free to work ahead. Okay, so we've labelled it, and we're going, what information do I have here? Well, we've got we've got O, we've got Z there, and we've got A, which is 52. O and A. O and A. We don't have anything there with the H. So then we go, well, what ratio uses O and A? We have a look through O and H, A and H, O and A. It's tan. We've got tan is equal to O on A. So we make the statement, tan theta is O on top of A. And then we're going to substitute in the information we've got. Theta is 27. We've got O corresponds with Z, and A corresponds with 52. Okay, we want to get Z by itself, so we will multiply both sides by 52. And we'll have Z is 52 times 10, 27. Anyone done it yet?
26.49.
Thank you. 26.49. 9 rounds up, so we get 26.5. Very good. Okay, so that's for calculating unknown sides. Now, in both of these examples, it happened that the variable, the unknown, was at the top, wasn't it? The unknown was at the top. Okay? There is a circumstance where the unknown will be in the denominator, and when that's the case, you just swap the unknown with what you have over here. So that will pop up. What we can deal with when we get to it. Okay, let's look at these ones where we find the angle. Alright, find the unknown angle. We might just do one of these, I think. The first one, 10 and 8. And here, right angle. Okay, so still the same thing applies. We need to label the triangle. So our adjacent side connects the right angle with theta. Our opposite side, opposite the angle. Alright? And our hypotenuse, opposite the right angle. So if we're looking at the information we've got O and H. We don't have A. We've got O and H. What ratio uses O and H? Sine. Sine of theta equals O on H, and then we just substitute in the information we're presented with. We're not given theta, so that's our variable. We're trying to find theta, right? We're trying to find the angle, but we do have O corresponds with 8 and H corresponds with 10. So then the way we get theta by itself is the inverse trig ratios, right? We go theta equals sine minus 1 of 8 on 10. Okay, so the way you do that in your calculator is you press shift sine. Shift sine, and it will bring up this, and then in brackets 8 divided by 10. So let's do that, unless anyone's done it already. Shift sine of 8 on 10. 53.13 degrees. Alright, really good. So that's how you find an unknown angle. In the next two, they will involve different trig ratios. It won't necessarily be sine, but it's the same process. Alright, so what I would like you to do then is do question B and question C, try them. Alright, and then I'm going to put two more on the board that involve solving an unknown side. Alright, so I want you to have a go at B and C, and then I'm going to put up here finding unknown sides, 2 examples. So you have to do these ones in your book. Alright, so B and C, and then those two on the board.
That's 27 or 25.
27,
Yeah.
43.